Hey, I'm the normal playing guy, and so yeah, I thought I'd give it a crack. We'll do a gameplay video on Easy A Beerus because he is pretty damn nutty. And I think a perfect way to actually showcase just how good and how mid he could be, because honestly, there's a certain part of his passive which truly depends, is to go into extreme Super Battle Road Realm of Gods, because he's good because it's like 4-4-5 or something along those lines. And so yeah, so a little bit about him. 50% attack, 200% defense, but he gets the remaining 150% attack on super attack. His super attack still stacks attack, except it now greatly lowers attack and defense. So he gets 40% damage reduction of 3 or more key spheres. That's fine, but where it really comes out is he gets an additional 30% damage reduction before attacking, so you can use it in slot 1 with 7 or more key spheres. Now 7 can be a bit of a trouble, so rainbow orb changers or supports or orb changers in general would actually be most advantaged. And you get, of course, if you do take that extra hit at the start, your stats go up by 150%, virtually 75%. Now you do have Rainbow Key Sphere changing if you're against a Realm of Gods enemy. Now obviously I could go into a Fighting Legend event, say Vegeta, and he would be at the end. But we'll go for Realm of Gods because I don't think there is one, and of course it's multiple people. So I will see you all in a hot minute when I've designed a team. So this will be the team that we've decided to go for. Now I'm going to run a double Beerus, who is a 170% to Exploding Rage and Elder Gods. Here we have LR Easy A, Beerus and Whis, who are pretty good. The two the two Whis Int and Tech, they are indeed themselves pretty nutty, and they're also a support. And then we have the two Gokus, one's a Rainbow Orb Changer, one's a physical Orb Changer. So I think all together is kind of right. I do have, I might just replace, we'll replace the Sensor Beam with a Pilaf, because I'm thinking in particular, this particular one, we want to try and reduce the amount of super attacks that we can take, and that should be good. No support memory required. This is just a taster. So of course this is still pretty gnarly. You know, you'd have to enter this with like a ridiculous amount of defense to be able to resist this. One way this is great is because there's multiple enemies. It's like 5-4-4, so there's huge amounts, and of course you can get those hits pretty nasty. And of course, as you can see right here, the key is just not good. In fact, period, we are just not going to get any damage reduction, period. We have a rainbow mid-level links, and we have a 90% at my level links. Honestly, 55% should be well with the damage reduction. You just gotta get 7 key spheres. Now, unfortunately, it's a bit of a crap rotation. We could have had Physical Goku, Tech Goku, and of course, any one of them would have given us way more orbs. So here's the problem. Coming in at 181k or 174k respectively for 90%, you'll die. Super attacks, you'll just straight up die. And we are just not going to get any amount of key in here. So with that in mind, we're going to simulate this by probably popping this. Now this will give us roughly the same amount of damage reduction as we get if we did get a few orbs, and I'm not even able to get a super attack. Alright, so let's see if we can take down this guy at the end, who is type neutral. We'll go for Whis, probably realistically must get a super attack, and again, we just cannot seem to actually get the key in our favour. Let's do this, drop some greens. So pretty poor rotation. So yeah, okay, so fortunately that was not a super attack, so we got an extra 150% to stats. So of course, with the damage reduction you'd normally receive, you're kind of tanking that kind of fine, which is pretty good. Now of course, you're having the 180k defense sounds great. Basically doubling it, you're almost at 300k. In fact, you're probably more than 300k, whilst the fact that you've got damage reduction. This is the good thing. Another good thing that I'm hoping to possibly get is with all these potential super attacks like this, the active skill's pretty good. 70% or less from the 4th turn, and that's it. Then you get 50% to your in-game stats, and then super effective and guaranteed to hit. Pretty nutty. 70% from the 4th turn shouldn't be too bad. The first turn was pretty much a waste. We weren't able at all to get past anybody in this, so that's good. So of course both Beeruses have all come and gone, so yeah. This is a bit of a shame, because now we have a rotation where we could have them. And let me guess, both Gokus are actually on this? that would suck. Didn't actually clock them, but no, they're not. Okay, well, as a nice counterpart, we can see that you can see how well Beerus and Whis do, because they've just had their easy A. So of course, Int Whis in particular is a 30% and 3 key support. Now for Realm of Gods, they get an additional 10% to stat, so he's basically 3 key 40% for Realm of Gods, which is absolutely bizarre, as well as getting about 360% on super attack. Pretty nutty. So they sit at around 215k, and Whis, really good. Don't underestimate these Whis. So it'll be a nice way to see what they're like. Beerus and Whis, again, you get like a ridiculous amount of attack on, or attack and defense on attack, and that really allows them to really crush this. So we have the option to do this. Let's see, can we get the 6 orbs for Goku? Because that would be really nice, because he can get the guard. He can. And we are possibly facing a bit of a no-no here, so that could be something. Okay, so 3.81, and that is with 40% support, but he doesn't have the lion's share of his passive. He's kind of annoying, really. Okay, 2.45 from there. That's pretty good. That's not too shabby at all. Yeah. Of course, the best linking partner would indeed be Beerus and Whis. So I think we get Beerus and Whis, and we get one of the Whis, like the Int Whis, should be a fantastic amount. The 3 key and the amount of links you get would be insane. So LR, Beerus and Whis, of course, they get an additional 70% and high chance to evade any attack after receiving the attack. That's on top of the fact they get 7 key, 150%. So it's annoying how Beerus has no key in his passive, you know, so you got to rely on it. And the only issue with that is, I mean, he does have like shocking speed in there, which is, you know, really good that you can get, and you can get that with the said LR. But yeah, you'll struggle, period, to get any form of key. I mean, there's tons and tons of attack. He's got like Prodigies, Godly Power, Connoisseur, the Innocence, Fierce Battle. But yeah, okay, so we'll do this. The damage reduction has fallen off from the item. So let's have a look. So we're getting, let's see, we're getting 3 links here, 2 links, perfect. So Whis is still a pretty decent support in this particular one. I actually need to bring up to see what this tech Whis does. Just hold on, let me just see what Whis does. Right, in this particular instance, it's actually tech Whis that is not the support. He is all about himself when he gets a ridiculous amount of attack and defense. It's the Int Whis who gives the 40% for Realm of Gods. Anyway, point is, here we go. So we're able to get 7, and that's a combination of Tech God Goku, who is banging out the Rainbow Orb changes. So let's see if we can attack a tight disadvantage to see what we can do. So yeah, okay, so now on this particular turn, what do we have? Well, we now have 70% damage reduction before we attack. When we attack, we just go back down to 40, which is still pretty good, but that would allow us, that 70% damage reduction allows us to take a hit, and we get 150 extra stats. So this is going to be absolutely amazing. Do you know what? Let's do this. So yeah, not a problem at all. And do you know what? If you're not going to be dead from this, you're going to be at least sealed. Okay, fantastic. So what are we going to do? We will attack you for a 6.86. So we took that hit and it jumped up to 6.86, having roughly 300k defense, maybe plus with 70% damage reduction, then 40%. This is now 40% damage reduction, but we've got way more stats, and he is totally crushing this. This is pretty nutty. And 4 million from this guy. Yeah, just pretty nuts. Okay, so massively jumps up. You need that first hit, because you get 150% on super attack for attack, and then an additional 150. You need that hit, because that is huge. Okay, perfect, fan-dabby-tastic. What do we get? We have everything but the Berserker. Now, we're not going to take a hit, which is annoying, but in this particular instance, it's fine. Now, super attack, not a problem, because the 3 key from the Int Whis. We are still able to get 7 orbs. Not that it was much of an issue, it's purely for damage reduction. In this particular case, it's not really an issue, because we're not taking that hit. This is kind of annoying, because this would be a perfect scenario. Okay, so 7.78, and he hasn't got his 150%. right? And it resets every turn. He's on 7.5 million before he gets 150%. The dude's going to be on 10 million, bar none, which is what I said on his information. I was pretty much right. Going through his information for his EZA, if he gets that hit in the right situation, the dude's busting out like 13 million, 10 million on normal cases, right? And imagine 55%, he's probably touching 8 million. Yeah, he's not going to be disappointing. It's well designed. So let's see what we can get. I'm hoping we take enough damage where we fall below 70%, but we kind of appear to be crushing this. Okay, perfect. So we have, let's see, do you get any more? You outside of fierce battle, but that's fine. So we are not able to get the additional 7. See, that's the problem, right? Even with the orb changing, we just cannot get it. We are still actually able to get the 3 key spheres, so that is quite important. So we are still going to have 40% damage reduction. My only issue is that if that's a super attack off the bat and there is Grandpa Gohan STR, we have an issue. So fingers crossed it's not. Because if we were talking 181k, nah, even with 40% damage reduction, Gohan will probably just wipe us off. So not really fantastic on that matter. We'll just do this. So let's see how he fares. Okay, perfect. See, okay, so we have the extra stats. We got 40% damage reduction. Now he tanks it. Honestly, I'm telling you, we would not have survived. Or if we did, we'd have taken huge amounts of damage. 6.86, 6.86. That is pretty good. That's with just a few links, no support, just a few links, 6.86. And he's tanking. It's just that addition, it's the damage reduction with the additional after receiving an attack. It's just what really makes him immortal is just the 7 key is just a little tricky, right? It's just a little difficult. That's just really, really bad. Hell, 5 key would have been way nicer. Honestly, 6 would also have been good. Trust me. Okay, so Rainbow Warp changing. Oh, you see, just look at this. Like, we have a fantastic situation. We'll probably survive because, like, Gohan's just done his super attack, right? We have 174k, but we can get the 3. We just can't get the 7. I mean, in a particular situation, like, people could rely on Beerus to get through this. You have the option for using this damage reduction item, which really helps to kind of compensate for it with something. So, I mean, I could do this. Do you know what? Let's do this, because we get the 3. It's still a super attack. Now, we get the 40%. I can still pop this for an additional 40%, which simulates basically what we're going to get. So, there's something. But yeah. So, it's just difficult. It's just one of those, isn't it? Okay, so let's see if we can take down Mutaito. Okay, so fortunately the first attack is 9.34. Dude, that's just links. Links, he's got hit. This is no support. He's got his full passive with links, and he's just busted out like a 9 million. Just casual 9 million, no support. This is pretty nutty. You can imagine then that, I mean, this guy hasn't had his hit yet either. You can imagine at level 10 links, this guy would be hitting close to 11 million just off links. It's pretty disgusting what this guy can do. It's just, you're really beginning to see just how annoying the 7 key spheres is. Okay, so this will be fine. This is Goku, this is fine. You see, that's more than I thought. Okay, Rainbow. Now he has a few links active, and he is getting support from Intwise to the name of 40%. That's why he's sitting at 211, not 184k. So, okay, not bad. So 211. Oh, you're joking. Oh, you utter. Oh, God. You see what I mean? This is. When I said it was 6, it would just make the world a difference. That alone is 6, that alone is 6. Oh, geez. 7 is just difficult. I get it. With the 7, he'd be kind of immortal. I get it. But this is annoying. I'm not going to go for same type orbs because I kind of want to get hit. I kind of need to to take those hits there, because that's kind of annoying there. It would be nice to get his active skill in this, because he would hit ridiculously hard. Yeah. So with that first extra, doing really nice. Again, my favourite item is to use 9.53, just kind of relying, just sitting in there. Otherwise, he's sitting on 6 to 7 million without taking that first hit, which again, not bad. Stacking that attack means that the additional is now sitting at 9.9. This is pretty good. He also lowers attack and defense, which just helps a little bit in this. It's really nice. Yeah, it's all around pretty good. Okay, so hopefully we can take some damage. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, in this particular instance, we can get tons, but we're about to finish him off the face of the earth. Okay, let's see. So he's been stacking a little bit. He's got mid-level links. He has the best linking partner going. So let's see if he's able to put out a good number prior to finishing this off. So what do we end this one with? 6 million. Okay, so I mean, this is my guy, so Rainbow would be 6.5. It's not much, is it? So kind of in the best situation. Well, I mean, what's level 10 links going to be? 6.8. All right, final one. We're kind of cruising through this realistically. This used to be extremely difficult, but it's just not. Extreme Super Battle Arrows in the earlier stages, it's just not. Okay, perfect. This we have Rainbow Orb. I think we can get 7. Fantastic. Okay, wow! Finally hit it. Right, so the guest, which is Rainbow, back up to 211k. That's around 200k for my 90%. We are able to get 7 orbs. Do you know what? Let's target Yamcha. Let's see if Yamcha can survive the might. We're going to take a hit. We have only a few links, but we're going to get all the damage reduction, no items. Right, so here we go. This is going to be it. I can feel it. It's going to be a good hit. So all but links. So what are we going to get with you? Nearly 400k defense on this. And we have 9 million. So yeah, he probably honestly could hit 12, 13 million with a good linking partner. 9.5, and there's just a nice follow-up for 9.5. So he's just done, in essence, a 19 million attack stat. Yeah, he's just crushed. Tien, you must have been STR. Yeah, you are. But it's so well designed and so broken in the right situation, right? You're near immortal with ridiculous amount of stats. I think coming in at Rainbow, the guy has 13,000 defense. But even at 55%, you're sitting at 10.5, 69%, at nearly 12. But he's pretty good. Honestly, if I have a chance to buy him with your red coins, maybe do so. Okay, so this is now everything but support. So now we have a fantastic linking partner, but no support. We cannot get the extra damage reduction, but let's see how high we can get with mid-level links with all we can get. So we need to get just 3 key spheres, so we might as well just do this. This would free up Beerus and Whis to do an 18 key, and you literally don't need to attack, so we just do this. Right, we'll skip the docking attack, it's totally not necessary. Okay, so this is one of his fears. Yeah, see, that's with somebody who's just type neutral. That could have been way worse. We're looking at 9.34, we can see there just about 9.34. It's in there, it's 9 million, and it's without being hit, it's 6 million. So again, in double supers, so what, it's 18 million or 19 really, or 12, 12.5, 13 million pending. Okay, so we weren't able to get the active skill. Perhaps I may need to go into a longer event, really, and take some hits. That'll be nice. Because as I say, having that plus 50% to attack and defense, on the fact that you're sitting on around 200k, well, that means you're already up to 300k. Then you get 150% on top of that. I mean, the dude's at 450, even 500k, which is going to be absolutely broken. With 70% damage reduction in the particular situation, yeah. Okay, so as we can see there, in essence you could no item that because I only used that as an idea to showcase. So yeah, Beerus, what can I say? Solid all round. You see how the key mechanic plays a huge factor in being able to properly tank or not. Maybe I do go into fighting Legend Vegeta because, well, he hits hard at the final one, he is also a Realm of Gods, so he will be a Rainbow Warp Changer, and he's also super effective, so perhaps I'll do that. But anyway, from me to you, thank you all, and if you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, that sucks to be you. But thank you, and bye bye.